like, yeah. I was gonna play Fortnite with you, and then all of a sudden I just like passed out. I wasn't able to play. You did make a good point about that. You did make a good point. Because you can't risk your life for playing with friends. Going against the Saints.
It's week 7 of the
Spiders,
National Football
yeah.
League, and we'll see the Broncos. Creative quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Broncos and the Saints.
You're just stuck with what you got. Yeah, that's gonna
It's a
lame.
building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from New Orleans. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Over 2,000 yards and 24 touchdowns in like 7 games. That's crazy.
It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards, but it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. They'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. That play good for 17 and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route.
Damn.
Complete. And that's good for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore.
Got my X Factor already. We're locked in.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass.
Oh yeah, we're locked in.
And he gets in.
Oh yeah, we're locked in today.
The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos
They don't.
jump out to a 7-0 lead.
I hope they do that at some point though. Because that back in the day they used to do that.
It on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he eats
That is sick, though.
to bring it into that return right near the 25. So now we're gonna look at the other offense as the Saints take the
Hey, I'm
field.
also live if you want to watch, but I think you're on your YouTube stream too.
15 or more games every season in the league, a real eye Iron Man, Derek Carr.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Too easy. Holy shit! That was a good job.
Take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. What a call for their first pass.
Already fumbled, John? Really? That's how you start the game?
Completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-0 lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
What's it called? Maximum football? Is it that was called?
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos.
Why does it look like NFL Street?
As this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26.
I've played NFL Street too, actually. That was not that great of a game.
And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out.
Get him off. No, get him on the ground. Yeah, get him on the ground. Get him 3 yards left. Get him 3 yards backwards. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Don't let him pass that scrimmage.
You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. It's Carr. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. He punted 3 times.
I think he panicked pressed. I'll try to do it 2 sometimes.
He'll take it in short of midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. The Broncos headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this game has really been a great audition for him, Brock, to show off how well he can do as a runner. I think we could argue that his work there has actually been his early calling card in this one so far. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Near the goal line. Wow, the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
That's how I get 9 yards. Or 9.5.
And he gets in.
On a passing play. And I don't get a touchdown. That doesn't make any sense.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 21-0 already. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half...
Lock in, Broncos. Let's do this.
No, it's like
oh my god!
And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Setting up to try the point after.
I need to switch to my backups. This is not working out for my team with the Saints right now. I think I might have to use my backups.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints and Derek Carr about ready to get back to work. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Carr trying again after the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. Carr.
I was gonna go for the sack, and he threw it like he do it before, like after the contact. That's funny.
Carr here from the gun. Complete beyond the mark.
I don't think there is. He finally gets a catch. Wow. After so many incompletions, he finally gets a. He's at 20% complete. What? 20% completion rate after one pass. After 80% of it went to nowhere. What the hell?
Carr now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's running.
Escapes out to the left. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Carr off the play fake.
3 guys on you. Carr, what are you doing, man? There's 3 guys on you. You gotta just threw it away. This guy is being stupid.
From the shotgun, Carr.
He was
Catches
open.
down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this
Keep
second
getting
down.
blocked.
From the 31. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the
I had to stop it before the 18. I had to stop it. I had to stop with the interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
That one goes for 30.
Why can't not hurdle anymore? Weird. They patched the hurdles. Can't hurdle much anymore.
The gun, they'll look to throw. Hauled in left side.
There we go. Now I can.
And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That was a quick hurdle, though. That was a quick one.
From the red zone now. This throw is caught.
I got this running play in a long time. I'm still only in the first quarter. I'm about to hit 35 points.
They'll try and punch it in.
That ain't going nowhere. Whoa, I got hit stick there. What?
Through the defense for a touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. A whole lot to nothing is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Kamara gets it on the draw. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down.
Yeah, Kamara's not going
Chance to run the
anywhere.
chains here on 3rd
Alvin
and 4.
Kamara, I think his name is.
Carr setting to throw. He's gonna.
Oh, fumble! I was gonna say fumble, but it turned out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard
My
line.
man coverage is not working now for some reason.
Running behind center with Kamara. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
The knee. It was like the
Running
knee.
back sent in motion. Carr with it on 1st. Catch made by Alvin Kamara.
The hit stick soon after he recovers it.
And he gets absolutely popped.
He recovers his footing and gets hit with the hit stick almost immediately.
Let's see how he approaches 2nd down.
Damn.
Now Carr. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. To throw here on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a
I hit the
Denver
wrong
first.
play.
We have a timeout
I
called
was
by
trying to
the
go from
Broncos.
blind.
That's
It's
their
good,
first.
but I didn't.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. Again, he's got room. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle.
I think I remember this multimeter before. I don't remember seeing it, but I remember like in the long, like old Madden games, it was there. And they brought it
The
back
kicking unit on
recently.
now for the Broncos, and they're ready
I
to
wonder
send
why
it
they brought
away.
it back after so many years.
Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Stats. Okay, 5 rushing touchdowns. Like, I haven't done any of those. What's the next on this? 24 points or less? Wait, allow 24 points or less? Okay.
Back out to the field. And you can see he's done
Jet
his part on
sweep.
offense
Oh,
this
but the
season.
palm.
Sitting
Flag.
2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And he has enough room to gain about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Fits it through the middle.
I hate when they do this play like that. I need to go for deep passes now because he's going deep.
And a 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing from the gun here. Olave with the catch. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. This one's caught. It's Shaheed.
There's no way.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
They should not be doing it this deep. My men have good release with good
Running back
abilities.
sent in motion left. Pistol snap to Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
What now?
Carr. And they pick him off again. Get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning.
And this Saints coach is not happy. He's just seeing like all the interceptions and stuff. This is not
Good
good.
starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Have I not gotten a single completion yet? I have not. I'm gonna jinx myself here. I'm gonna jinx myself. Never mind.
On the move, past the 40. He has room past the 25.
Yeah, I just can't hurt him
And
with
they
the Mario.
finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a Denver touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone.
Ooh.
You got a chance to let the Madden
In the middle of a
ratings
tackle
know
animation.
just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Carr now on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. From midfield on 2nd down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again. Caught him deep.
Holy moly, what was that?
But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now.
I don't know what the hell was about that animation.
We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room.
What was that animation? He was like his arm got grabbed and folded around. What was that animation, Chad?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give
Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And unfortunately, he's been completing passes to the opposition seemingly as often as he's been finding his own guys today. We've seen some other quarterbacks lifted by this point, Brock, but not so. They're keeping the faith that he can recover and put some positives out there at some point. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
A gain of a yard on the play.
Here's Carr. Completes beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Saints.
Kamara running down to the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run for Kamara.
Like, he recovered that hit stick?
Hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Saints 1st down.
Kamara.
There's no way, bro. They just did running plays the whole fucking time. It's ridiculous.
Coming out of halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Saints take 7 points off the deficit. On now is McManus to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own
Screen was
20.
too slow.
The Broncos
Have to
ready for their
adjust
next
him.
series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best and punching it in himself this year. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Denver first. He's dropping back to throw. It is caught left side. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. Has another lane. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him again. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shaheed coming in motion left. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They send a tight end in motion. Carr off the play fake. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Carr. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And they pick him off again. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Returning it from the 4. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. Carr throwing on third. Oh, brother, it's another interception.
Damn. Okay.
Broncos take over as he records his 10th career INT. First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun. He goes back to him yet again, complete.
Oh.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Touchdown! The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. And with that score, he's now eclipsed the 27 touchdowns of Sean Alexander and Priest Holmes, and joined LaDainian Tomlinson atop the NFL with 28 rushing scores in one season. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. Here's a give inside to Kamara. A lot of grass ahead. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Carr with it on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19 at the 36-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this third quarter.
3rd and 30. Holy shit.
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's
3rd and 30.
Any efforts will just be futile facing that deficit. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. Motioning left is Olave. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. points, and this running back to the field. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, it doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that in the back of their minds.
What? He didn't even block the area.
It's a turnover on downs.
Great, I might have lost my X Factor too when I'm at it.
Carr here from the gun. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Carr back to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
He's... Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it!
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can.
Oh, I still got my X Factor. We're good then.
Unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Give him 11 yards, Brock.
This is my... I didn't lose anything.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
Just rubbing against my receipt by player there. I was doing that.
Continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one splits the... And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
I don't know who picked up the ball there.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. And after it was broken or tied 3 times in just 4 years in the early 2000s, Brock, it has taken until now for this record to fall again. That's his 29th rushing touchdown and sets a new NFL record, topping LaDainian Tomlinson's historic 2006 season. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw.
What? That's my first time I ever messed up in a pass like that.
QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head.
That never happens.
Break, knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Oh
And
my
they make the
god,
stop as that play
bro.
reaches the 14-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Carr setting to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the punting unit. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Broke through the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Hits him on the out route. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing the out route complete. Here he goes again. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos. The building. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos.
I gotta let them not score for 24 points.
Send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Taken in by Shaheed. Free inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Broncos have it once again after yet another interception. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He's going to throw this one. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. When we bring this game to a close, Brock, I think one of the stories we're all going to be talking about is the type of showing this guy's had, not spinning the ball, but running it.
It's been just gritty. It's been determined, kid. It's been tough. When they needed to play, he's dug deep and he's willed this offense forward, coming through with the type of run the moment asked for.
Another carry for him.
Yeah, of course, the holding flag, too. Great. And that's the first time I get a holding flag.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties
2nd and 19 now? What? I was 2nd and 14.
They'll run here following the penalty. Has good room at the 35. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.
Hey, John, I'm back. I was just checking something. Sorry, didn't mean to leave. How the hell did I get 50 freaking staff points in one game? What? Nice try there, John. I don't know what that was, but it always worked. But not enough. Just kidding. Just kidding. Saturday in the